When it comes to iconic sports sedans, there's one name that stands out: a car that's earned its place in automotive history and still turns heads today: the BMW E36, a car that balances precision engineering with timeless style, and a true driver's machine. From its legendary handling to its classic design, the E36 BMW isn't just a car, it's a symbol of a golden era in automotive performance. These cars are still loved by many, and after about 4 decades of long life, some classic system failures are common. While whole unit replacement can be an option, repairing remains a cost-effective option. This video is about fixing IHKR module failure related to the E36 manual climate control. The following DIY procedure applies to the symptom where your car AC starts to work intermittently or stops working permanently. This classic symptom is caused by the old capacitors in the IHKR module that sits behind the central console right under the storage compartment. The plastic clips secure it in place, and placing your fingers under and pulling up removes it. It connects to the car wire harness through 3 sockets each with a locking mechanism. You need to unlock each before disconnecting. 3 sockets are color-coded: black, white, and blue. Refer to these images for locating and identification. The video relates to the module code shown in the image, but the same solution should work for other modules as well. This is the circuit board of the module. We aim to replace all these capacitors, each with exact specs. Temperature rating should be -42, plus 105 Celsius. Voltage rating either exact or closest plus. Capacitance value should be the same. Probably not all the capacitors have failed, but a 1 or 2. Still, considering they all are old and can fail at any given time, it should be wise to replace them all. Another very important thing to be cautious is that this PCB board is 2-layered. Electrical paths are on both sides, and they connect through the drill holes. Removing old capacitors becomes a daunting job, since when you melt the soldering under, top solder can still stay intact and invisible. So the removal damages top path, and you only get to know that a top path existed upon removal only. Every time I removed a capacitor, this double layer setup damaged. I therefore had to bridge the top and down layers through the drill hole using a tiny copper wire isolated from a multi-core automotive wire. Careful scraping off the insulation on the copper pathways of PCB was needed to achieve a strong soldering. Each solder was tested for continuity. This was how a solder looked like. Capacitor pin and the bridging copper wire were soldered together. The excess lengths were then trimmed off. I replaced 4 electrolytic capacitors and allowed others to stay. Tantalum capacitor was not replaced since I couldn't find it locally. At this stage, I wanted to see if the module was already fixed. I plugged in all 3 sockets to the module board. There is a specified coding process, but I didn't follow it initially. However, the module started to work right away. All the controls are working. The AC is much more powerful now compared to how it was. I replaced these 4 capacitors, and that alone fixed the module. An easy and cheap fix, other than replacing the whole module that may cost around $50 to $100 United States dollars for a used one. Since the module started to work, I'm going to stop the repair from there. Although there's a risk that other old capacitors might fail anytime. However, only 3 more capacitors left to be replaced. But I am already happy that the unit is working. Okay guys, that's the end of this video. Hope you now have the idea to DIY fix this issue when it finds you someday. Like the video and share within your communities, so more people will find it helpful. Thank you so much for watching this far. Cheers.